Hi, everybody. Welcome to show number, I think it's 4. I can't believe I've been doing it this long. And I do have someone working on a countdown, so it's not quite so much of a boom, here we go. I want to say hi to a few people. I want to say hi to Scott. I'm so happy to see you here, Scott. I'm sorry I'm so late making it to your live earlier today. And Viviani and Jackie. And look, here's Pierrette and Moira and Annie Bear, Sister Annie Bear, and Liz. Hi, Liz. Uh, um, okay. So I want to see if Nightbot really works, because if it doesn't, I'm just going to give it up. This is the week that is the make or break, because I have a clue how it works now, a little bit, and I think I got it right this time. I opened the queue, which I didn't do last week, which is why it screwed up. And so I would like you to remember to please type exclamation mark followed by your question, exactly like Annie Bear just did. Thank you, Annie Bear. And we'll see. Oh, look, it's telling me that the queue is now open. Yay. Thank you, Nightbot. Aren't you a kissy pie? Good job. Yes, indeed. Hi, old soul. Welcome. Care Bear, hello. It's so good to see you all here. And Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Welcome, everybody. As you can hear, the budgies are in full voice. They're not in their cage, so I can't slam the door and cover it up and shut them up. So we're just going to have to enjoy their chirps in today's live. And you can see Gerald the budgie flying back and forth behind me. Liz, you're going to have to type exclamation mark join and then type your question. And thank you, Viviani. Thank you, Jackie. Okay, so first we're going to do Pierrette. Hers was the first question, and here it is. She sat with a guy at a Chinese restaurant. We were talking from one table to the other, so I asked to join him. Will this be something more? This will definitely, and I don't even have to ask the Akashic Records Masters. I'm getting this from my guides, who are getting it from your guides. This is a friendship that might lead to something deeper. It will take time. It will take time. But it's a good friendship, and it might lead to something deeper. That's for you to explore. I can't. Well, I could. Well, they don't want to tell me. Is what I'm understanding. Is they don't want to tell me the future of this relationship. They think it's important that you learn to explore relationships, like on your own, and learn to navigate that on your own. So they're staying away from telling me the future of it, other than to say it's a good, solid friendship. Hi, Leah. Hi, Rossi. Let's see now. So now, yeah, after the join, you can have a space. So exclamation mark, join, no space there, and then space in your question. So, old soul, take away the space after the exclamation mark. It has to look exactly like it does in the banner. So like exclamation mark followed immediately by join. You're welcome, Pierrette. I hope that helps. I really hate it when they don't want to answer a question and they say, well, no, that's for you to figure out. I'm asking. That's why I can't figure it out. So let's see who's next. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Oh, come on, Nightbot. I know somebody got it right. Yes, hallelujah. Yes, Nightbot is doing its job. Next person in the queue is Rossi with the message, what is my recent past life and what was my life lesson for that life? Okay, let's find out. Rossi, I see you in about 100 years ago, so the 1920-ish, 30s. Oh, wait. Do you know what I didn't do? I can't believe I didn't do this. I didn't open the records. I didn't say the prayer. And I had it in front of me on my list, the first thing I have to do, because I think it's a good thing to do. So it's okay, Pierrette, because your answer didn't come from the masters. And Rossi, I didn't even start. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so, this group here now, and those who will join us later in the show, and those who will see the show later, are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field of this group of people present and those who will join us later and those who will watch later to receive the records of their souls. Okay, no wonder it felt different when I took that deep breath. Rossi, your recent past life. Yes, 1920s, 1930s. I'm getting the United States, well, maybe Canada, Montreal. You're working for you're driving trucks, delivering things. Sometimes you get to go out of town, but mostly it's inside Montreal. Wife, a few kids, 3 or 4. The question, your recent past life. Okay, so that's your recent past life and your life lesson for that life. Your life lesson was to keep going. Perseverance. Because you guys were pretty poor. And one of your kids was sick a lot. And so money for doctors, money for medicine. And so things were very extremely tight. And your lesson was to learn to find joy in the small things and to use that to keep going. There's also something about learning to work as a team with your wife, learning to rely on each other through the tough times. You live to a ripe old age. I'm seeing you like still alive, and just before, I think you die in the early 40s, but you were like 60. So yeah, so I hope that helps, Rossi. That was interesting because I've been to Montreal. Hi, Ramon. There, so I want you to notice so that you will see when you have successfully joined the queue, you get an acknowledgement from Nightbot, and Nightbot will tell you what your position is. So, sorry, hi, Ramon. I didn't mean to put that up there, but that's okay. That was a good message to put up there. Now, who is next? Okay, Leah, to find out if Nightbot got your question. Okay, wait. Okay, here's type !position, and it'll tell you what your position is. Okay, so the same way you typed !join, so it's no space, position. That's it, and and then hit enter, and it'll tell you your position. Okay, so the next person is Old Soul. Will a move to New York near my friend in the country be okay in the near future? Okay, so the first thing you guys have to understand is that Gerald the Budgie is a lunatic. But the second thing is that the masters don't really care where we live. They don't care who we love. They don't care what kind of jobs we have. Those are human concern. Those are not the masters are concerned with your spiritual growth. So they're going to focus on your spiritual growth. And the human concerns of living and how you earn your living and who you hang out with, they may have some advice, but they're not going to give you a yes or no answer, generally speaking. So I see a whole bunch of people. Okay, good. All right. So Leah, there you go. You joined the queue. You're number 4. And Moira cannot get position. You're not in queue. So Moira. Okay. All right, Jackie. Thank you so much for taking over that. It's quite distracting, but that's okay because if we can get Nightbot and for once, for the first time, Nightbot's working properly, thanks to not Nightbot, but because I figured out how it works, because it wasn't Nightbot's fault that it wasn't working right. Okay, it was me because I didn't know how to do it properly. Anyway, okay, so Old Soul, given all of that, I am going to ask, but honestly, that's a decision, that's a human decision that you should figure out on your own. If you think that would be a good idea, then you should do it. You do what brings you joy is generally what the masters tell me, is do what brings you joy. So yeah, if you think it will raise your vibration, if you think it will be to your benefit, then by all means you should do it. If you think that your life will be better and you'll be happier, then by all means do it. It's not something that's it's not something. And this is another thing about the future, also about why you get better. If you want to know about the future, you should see a psychic like Sun Psychic Jean, or a tarot reader like Scott, or there's a whole bunch of tarot readers. We all know who they are, and talk to them about it, because the masters are gonna say it's your free will. It's your free will, and you get to decide where you want to live, who you want to hang out with, who you want to love, and what you want to do. So for 99% of people, these things are a matter of free will. So I'm sorry, old soul. They just think that you should do what makes you happy. Go figure, eh? Who ever heard that before? Okay. All right. Hi, Mary Thornberry. And now we go next. Oh my God, this is so much easier. I mean, if I have to do this by myself without a co-pilot, then this is the way to go. And next is Lisa. There's a few things that, okay. Was I a writer in any past life? Okay. Old Soul says she likes that. Oh, good. I'm glad. So for some people, knowing that it's their free will is a relief, and for other people, it's a burden. I'm glad that it's a relief for you, or at least something that you can wrap your head around. Okay, were you a writer, Lisa? Well, I'm not even connected right at the moment, but I got a feeling that, yeah, you were. Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing you. I'm sorry, it's not funny. I shouldn't laugh, but it just sort of, sometimes the masters have a real sense of humor. Well, sometimes they always do. I see you in a cold garret, the sort of archetypal sort of artist starving in a garret in Paris. Yeah, that was you, writing poetry that isn't selling very well. You're barely able to make ends meet, and you take jobs tutoring young men, because young ladies had governesses. They did not, you were a man, by the way. They had governesses. They were not generally taught by tutors. You tutor children. I don't mean young men like 16, 17-year-olds. I mean like children, like 9, 10, 11. In literature, geography, and history. You have 2 or 3 of these whose homes you visit, in turn every week. And you spend a morning with them, or a certain number of hours. And that's how you earn your keep. And nights, you have enough money that you can rent your garret. You can usually eat. Sometimes you go hungry, and that may be that memory, that soul memory, may be what's holding you back from really throwing yourself into writing today. I don't know. But yeah, you go hungry, like once a month or so, and you spend most of your spending money. Most of your spending money goes on candles, because you like to write late into the night. Yeah, you were at least once in previous lifetime, Lisa. You poor thing, because you were cold a lot, because you couldn't afford the coal for your fire, or the wood for your fire, and you wrote a lot. And so, yeah, well, that must have been fun. But anyway, okay, so now Where am I? Next. I hope that was interesting for you, Lisa. It was a cool image. You know, it was like all those movies, all those old movies from the 30s and the 40s, you know, scribbling away with hands wrapped up and just freezing and writing anyway. Let's see. Okay, so how come I'm not getting a response? Oh, I see what I did. NEXT. Okay, mysterious, mystical moments with a question: in chronic pain, will it end? Well, honey, the obvious answer to that is, of course, it will end. But I suspect you would like to be alive when it does, okay? You would like it to end before you die. I'm guessing. I would. I don't mean to make fun of it, but chronic pain, it's a medical question. I can give you some advice from the masters, but you need to get actual real medical advice from real doctors and not Akashic Records readers. Okay. Nutrition. Okay, so I have a master who is big on nutrition and who keeps talking about clean food. And by clean food, they mean food that doesn't come from a box or a can and has not been grown mechanically. So your neighbor's garden tomatoes, from a farmer's market that people grow in their backyards or in their gardens or trade with your neighbors. But yeah, that's what the masters mean by clean food and good nutrition. They're not so bothered about whether or not you eat meat. That's a matter of personal choice and personal ethics, and they don't have anything to say about that except all in moderation. And but in terms of nutrition, the best food is food that was, and I okay, I don't get it, but food that was grown with human intention. So handled by humans and grown as food by humans and planted by humans and not just mechanically seeded into a 20-acre field and then gathered by mechanics and just the motivation was profit, right? The intention was profit. So grown intentionally as food by humans is what they're saying. And there's something about the vibration of that food that is extremely nutritious and nourishing to our bodies and to our spirits. So see if you can trade for food with your neighbors or buy food from, if any of your neighbors have gardens, or if you know anybody with a market garden, or go to the farmer's market. That will, they're banging on the drum about nutrition, about your nutrition. Okay. Nutrition and meditation and energy. So fix your nutrition. Start meditating if you're not. Learn how. Do guided meditations. I mean, they're fine. You know, do like 15 minutes of guided meditation every day. There's some healing guided meditations that are really good. I find I like them anyway. But there's millions of them on YouTube. And the other thing that they're talking about is energy healing. So like Reiki, a lot of which you can do yourself. But if you can find someone who knows Reiki who can help you, that will benefit you. Don't stop seeing your doctors. Don't stop taking what they prescribe. Don't stop doing any of that. These are adjuncts. These are not treatments. These are support for treatment. These will not cure you. They will not stop the pain. They will support you as you heal, but they won't stop anything, okay? I just want to make that really clear because I'm not qualified to advise anybody on anything about medicine. Except, if it hurts, I can kiss the boo-boo. I hope that helped. I mean, why do I keep typing that stupid? Okay, I can't type today, sorry. You're an empath. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Next person in the queue is Liz in awe with a message. Why did I wake up to see Khashoggi? Who's Khashoggi? Is that, and then Navalny's face came in alongside him. I don't have any idea, baby. Why Khashoggi? I don't even know who Khashoggi is. Can you put it? Hey, Aaron, I can't. Liz, if you can put it in the comments who Khashoggi is. But honestly, if you have, if you're having visions and stuff, then I think that it's not so much the masters that you need to consult. It's more your own guides and angels, and it's more you'll need to get your. Sorry, I'm just trying to straighten this out so my chin isn't cut off by Nightbot. You'll need to consult with your guides and your angels about this to get any advice on that, because that's not something the masters have anything to say about. Meditate on it, Liz, because they know you meditate. So meditate on it and see what comes up for you and see what that was about, because the records masters don't have anything to say. That's their advice. I mean, you may be beginning to be a medium. You may be developing psychic mediumship skills, and your guides can help you with that. Oh, he was the Washington Post journalist. Oh, him, Khashoggi, Jamal Khashoggi. Okay, I think his name was Jamal. Yeah. Okay, I know who you mean by now. The one for whom we think some people got paid $2 billion by Saudi because they let him do it. That one, that guy? Is Leah. Space question. Leah, try again. Just type join and your question. Okay? Because this is what I got. Leah with message, space question. So, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Next person is Moira with a message, question about my Lenormand deck. Okay, and I think you put in a clarification later. Oh, is that what that was? Okay, sorry, Annie Bear. Leah was giving an example of how to ask. Yeah. Join followed by your question. Yeah, that's right. You're releasing a Lenormand deck? Is that right, Moira? Yeah, Leah, get back in the queue. Moira, I need you to tell me what question. Oh, how to best put your deck into the world. Oh, okay. All right. I get that. Let's find out. Your deck was created with love. Your deck was created with intelligence and insight. This is what the masters are telling me. They're very happy with the work that you did on your deck. They can't, they say that it's your choice, that there's a bunch of things that you need to balance. So like, for example, if you go with a publishing house like Hay House, well, there's a contract and there's this and there's that and there's fees and there's blah, 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 blah. If you self-publish, that's a whole different set of problems. And the question for you is, which set of problems are you most comfortable dealing with? Well, that's a way to look. You know, it's kind of a risk assessment, right? That's a heck of a way of dealing with it, though. But any choice you make is fine. They're so happy to see the work that you did. They're so happy you did that, because that deck will be very helpful to people, and bringing it forth will be really helpful to people, and they're commending your service to humanity by creating that. Wow. Okay, Moira. Yeah. I'm blown away. So, Moira, apparently this is a matter entirely for your free will. Assess the situation, assess a variety of situations in self-publishing and in going to, as an example, Hay House. And that was just an example, because I don't know anything about them or what they do, or I mean, I know what they do, but, you know, really, I know nothing about their business practices. So do not consider this a recommendation. It's merely an example. There are other publishing companies, US Games, for example. I can't think of any others right at the moment. Anyway, examine your options and choose which option suits you best. They will all have problems. They will all have advantages. You need to figure out what you're willing to live with, and then go from there. I hope that helps, Moira, and good luck. I can't wait to see it. That's going to be so awesome. I mean, service to humanity? Holy Moira. I got chills. I got big chills just from that. Thank you. That was awesome. That was a great question. Well, a great question for me as a reader, because, you know, I got the good vibes from the masters from it. Aaron said something really nice. Viviani, if you weren't paying attention, see, other people see how good you are. Other people recognize your skills. Other people can see the deep connection and the deep spiritual connection you have with the masters. I hope you're here to hear that. Take it in, girl. Take it in. She's so humble and so modest, that girl, honestly. Wonderful reader. Okay. Isn't that nice? Lisa. I think writing is worth it to feed your soul if you have a passion for it. I just do it for the love of it, and I feel better when I do. Thanks, Care Bear. That's perfect. Okay, Mary Thornberry, you're up. And someone just said that Viviani is very sweet. Yeah, like she really is. She doesn't just look like that, and she's, you know, like a trucker in the background. No. She is sweet. Next person in the queue, Mary Thornberry, with the message, may I know about my last life's, about your last life. Okay, yeah. Mary. I got to be honest, I'm never sure that what they're showing me is actually your very last life, or maybe the one before that, because, I mean, I know what I ask for, but I'm not always sure that that's what I get. Let's just put it that way. Because sometimes it's like 50 years ago, which doesn't make any sense because, and sometimes it's like 300 years ago. So, I take what I get, and this is what I'm passing on. This is what I get. I ask the question and you get what I get. Okay, good. I'm glad you understand. Something in World War I, but you're not a combatant. I see you hauling stretcher. Oh, yeah. You're taking the wounded off the fields. You're a medic. And I'm not sure if it's because you're a conscientious objector. Most of the medics were, or no, a lot of the medics were conscientious objectors, but I don't get anything on whether you were or not. It's just you were a stretcher bearer. That's the word, stretcher bearer. You and your fellow medics would go onto the field and just do what you could for the men who had been wounded, and the ones you could save, not even the ones you could save, you just put them all into stretchers and took them back to the ambulance and to the sort of like a tented area behind the lines. And meanwhile, of course, you have a sidearm, like a pistol, but you're otherwise unprotected and unarmed, and there's like artillery shells booming over. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. I'm getting you're like 18, 19 years old, like not old enough to vote. Slogging through the mud. Yeah. And that life was about loving your fellow man. Yeah. I hope that helps, Mary. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, next. Oh, I love you, Nightbot. You're a dream come true. Now that I know how to work it. Okay, Cheryl, if you take a look at the banner will tell you how to ask a question. You need to type exclamation mark and join before. The next person in the queue, come on, show it. Thank you. Diane G. I knew somebody named Diane G in Yellowknife. I wonder if you're the same person. Probably not. That chances of that are like 35 million to 1. What was my immediate past life like? Okay. Could one of the mods please help Cheryl with her question there at 3:30? Thank you, Jackie. Oh my God, you read my mind. Diane, you're going to be interested in this. I see you as a man living pretty rough. You're an alcoholic. This is in the 20s, 1920s. This is like 100 years ago. You're pretty young at the time that I'm seeing you. You're pretty young. You're like maybe 25. So you would have been born like 1900. Okay. Okay. You got wounded in World War I, and the pain is so great, but there's no effective pain management. So you just drink yourself into oblivion. Your family's booted you out. You're living on the streets. And you basically just do whatever you have to do. However, you have a little bit of money coming in, I think, from an army pension or some kind of a disability pension that you got because you were wounded. And it's not like you couldn't work, because the wound, like, it's the pain that you're in, the actual physical pain that you're in, that prevents you from being able to participate usefully in like a job or society even. It's an awful life, and you die very young. This life kills you. Well, all our lives kill us eventually, of course, but this life, yeah. I'm so sorry, Diane. This was a very tough thing to watch. So, nice guy. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough, Diane. Okay. It was rough, and he was in a huge amount of pain. Like, I can't even describe it to you. It was all consuming. It was blinding. In his hip and back. Okay, enough of that. Next person in the queue is Annie Bear. What do the records say about how I am running energy? Oh, Annie Bear, I love you with my entire heart. But you know what? Sometimes you say things in a way that I think I'm not speaking the same language, and that could be true. Shamanic Journeys, questions aren't closed yet, but if you could check the banner to see exactly how to ask it, with, because we're using Nightbot and it's working, because I figured out how to make it work. And max length of user message. Okay, Cheryl, thank you for that, because it's telling me the max length of user message is 100 characters. I'm going to change that. Sorry, just let me make a note of that, because I'll forget, because like I'm not entirely here. Change Nightbot to 250 characters. I never would have known that if somebody hadn't pushed that button. Okay. Oh, how are you running? Oh, in your hands. Oh, through your hands. Okay. But that's how we do it in Reiki, is through our hands. Okay, I'll ask the masters. Never mind what I think. You're doing it exactly right. If you want to project your energy outside of yourself, to channel the energy to someone or something else, use your hands. You can focus with your hands. You can shape with your hands. You can enlarge. You can focus. You can do the fire hose. You can do many things with the energy, using your hands to shape it and to project it. So that's what the masters have to say to you. I hope that helps. Whew. Okay, Cheryl. Cheryl, I'm so sorry. I know you've tried like 6 or 7 times. But guess what? Next week it'll be like next week. I have to tell you, that's an announcement that I want to make. Next week, Tarot Stash is going to be on with me live. We're going to answer questions. We're going to, chat and shoot the breeze together. And because he's wildly funny, at least I think so. Anyway, and so I'm going to try to make him say silly things and make all of us laugh. So that'll be 3:00 Pacific time, 6:00 Eastern time. The rest of you figure it out. Here, Thursday, 14th of March, next week. There will be an announcement. I have a thumbnail that just got done today, and I will be putting that up. I'll be scheduling it and putting it up probably Friday, tomorrow, or maybe Saturday, but tomorrow or Saturday. So you'll see that. So that's Tarot Stash. My first guest. I'm so excited. 3:00, Jackie, 3:00 Pacific, 6:00, 6:00 Eastern. I don't know what British time, but I think 9:00 at night, British time, if that's correct. I think it's, or 11:00. Yeah, it's 8 hours, right? From Pacific. Moira says, no, not Tarot Stash. Yes, absolutely. Tarot Stash. Tarot Stash and I have a few thousand years of history, as it turns out. Okay, I'm sorry. I had a question and I lost it. Aaron. Yes, Annie Bear. Annie Bear says, thank you, been practicing. Yes, that's how we learned how to do it in Reiki, was to take the energy in through the top of our heads, like through our bodies, and project it out through our hands and feel both the energy of the person that we're healing, and feel the energy going into that person, and yeah. So exactly, that's the most common sort of energy manipulation technique. It works like a charm. Are there folks from my past life that I'm due to meet in this one? Is my life theme isolation? Wouldn't say isolation. That's really negative. And lives are not meant to be negative. We are meant to find joy. We are meant to be happy. God doesn't want you to be poor. God doesn't want you to be starving. God doesn't want you to be sad. Okay? This is not why you were created. You were created as a joyful expression of God's love, divine love, source, the love of source, however you want to look at it. But that's my background, so that's how I see it. And it's not putting anybody else down. Folks from your past life. Well, okay, so it depends on what you set up in your soul contract before you came here. Because people come into our lives that from our families, from our soul families, that we encounter at different stages. For example, I'm 71 years old and just now meeting all of you. And I know at least 20 of you are part of my soul family. So, you have that. And I live in isolation, except for this. Pretty much it. Well, no, that's not true. I do have a social life in real life. Yeah, I do. And I have real life friends too. Okay, so I'm sorry, but I have a budgie who's sitting on top of her cage staring at the wall and yelling. She's pissed. Okay. they don't want to give me very much information about that. They're saying, greet the people that you meet with an open heart. It doesn't matter whether they're from your past life or not. You are living in the now. Live in the now. Live in the now and welcome. And welcome new friends with your open heart. I hope that helps, Aaron. They're pretty definite about, doesn't matter. We don't care. Past life, no past life. Welcome new friends with an open heart. And they said it in such a way that just made me go, oh. Anyway, I hope that helps, Aaron. Let's see. Oh. I'm not. Honestly. Oh, Aaron. You may have to, Erin says she wants connection with others so badly and she can't get it. You may have to satisfy yourself with connection with the rest of us online for now. But yeah. Yeah, Viviani says her friends are here, Erin. Yeah, a lot of my friends are here too. There's an old guy who lives, old guy. Yeah, he's probably my age. Lives across the hall, and we're buddies. And sometimes I'll bake bread and bring him a loaf, and just because he's old and he's alone, but his family really looks after him really well. So let's see. Okay, so who's next? The flying yellow flash. That's Gerald the Budgie, who is the one that was screaming on the cage at the abyss, screaming at the abyss. I mean, who knows? Okay, so here's Liz again. How about what do records say why my finances are so difficult, can't catch up? Well, Liz, some of this is a matter of choice, of the choices that you made when you were setting up your life in your soul contract. To learn to manage all of your resources, to learn effective management of resources, and to extract the most value from the resources that you do have. So, I know it sounds like victim blaming. You're poor because you chose to be. I'm not saying that. It's a question of looking at the resources that you have and learning about managing and learning about getting how to get more. Manifesting. See if manifesting helps. It helps me. I was out for a walk going down to, never mind. Anyway, I was out for a walk. I walked past the bus stop that's right by my apartment building, and I found a perfect loaf of sourdough bread wrapped up. There was condensation. It was pretty cold out, so there was condensation on the inside of the bag. It was warm when it went into the bag. The universe gave me a loaf of like very, very lovely sourdough bread. Beautiful. It's so delicious. That was pretty much pennies from heaven as far as I was concerned. I mean, high class bread. Okay. Jackie, I can see you trying to get a list, and there's another way to do it, but I'm going to have to ask Moonbeam to, because I know they do it on Tamsy Faye's you can get the cue and um, and see who all is in the queue, but I forget what the command is. Actually, I don't know. Actually, well, I'll ask Moonbeam, so that you don't have to go to this stupid HTTPS. Joe Beth, is my hubby my past life partner too? Hi, Akila, welcome. Yeah, maybe it is Bang Q. Yeah. Yeah, you want to try that? Go ahead. Be my guest, because you're God mod on this channel, Jackie. So do you want me to try? Here, let's see. UE. Or maybe Bang Q. Ooh, could be just Bang Q. Let's see what that does. No, it doesn't do anything. Okay, maybe it is Q. Add, remove, join, leave position. Okay, all right. There we go. Add, remove, join, leave position. Those are the available actions. Thank you, Nightbot. Aaron, does it? I'm sorry. It shouldn't scare the hell out of you. Okay, all right, sorry. Joe Beth. Sorry, I got distracted. Is my hubby my past life partner too? Well, I get that he's been in your past lives for a while, that there's a constellation of people that you are with, that you have the 6, 8, maybe 10 people that you have familial relationships with, but are exchanging positions. So parent, child, grandchild, grandparent, spouses, children, and parent. Like it's in different lives you play different roles. So saying past life partner, past life participant, okay, partner, partner, not for a long time. This is the first time he's been your partner for a long time. Was he your partner romantically? A long time ago, yeah, like 1,000 years ago. How many lifetimes ago was that? 8 lifetimes ago was the last time that you were partnered romantically. Again, hi, Colleen White Owl. Hi, Harley. Well, Jobeth, he feels so peaceful. Jobeth says he feels so peaceful, like I'm finally home. That's because you do know each other well, because you've been brother and sister, you've been teacher and student, you've been grandparent and grandchild, and so you know each other well. It's not like don't worry, guys. I'm going to answer. Okay, so I'm going to close the queue. Queue. Yeah. Queue closed. So questions are closed. And I'm going to go on to the next. Queue is now closed. So I'd set the queue to 7 at about the halfway mark. And the next person is Imagine With Me Shamanic Journeys, with the message, can you tell why I heard the name Nikola Tesla in meditation yesterday? Okay. The masters don't have anything to say about that, so I'm talking to my guides, who are talking to your guides, who are looking around and getting information. You're developing some psychic gifts. Imagine, or if you have them already, as a medium or a channeler, even maybe. And I'm getting that Tesla wants to talk to you. Sip, sip, everyone. Tesla wants to communicate with you. Don't know why he picked you. Your vibration. So if I could make a suggestion, if you're not already doing like channeling or mediumship or even automatic writing, that this is a gift that you have and that you can develop if you want to. So Moira has something valuable and interesting to say. A past life love connection is not usually an indicator that the person is meant for you as a romantic partner in this lifetime. That would be more about lessons that need to be learned. Indeed. And sometimes, the most passionate relationships are the ones that have the most lessons to learn. And it's not necessarily a pleasant experience. Speaking from just my experience. I was a bad girl a long time ago. I had a lot of fun. And Shamanic says, I'm doing psychic work, but I haven't been a medium yet. Okay, well, start developing it, girl. Cheryl, I feel stuck at this time. Is there a past life influence? Next person in the queue is Cheryl with the message. I feel stuck at this time. Is there a past life influence? Let's find out. You need to raise your vibration. It has nothing to do with past life. You need to, you need to raise your vibration. What it has nothing to do with past life. That was my phone. Decided to unmute itself. Your stuckness is due to your energy. You need to move your energy. You need to. I did a short about this. Okay, so raise your vibration, dance, move your body, breathe, meditate, listen to music, do what brings you joy, because joy is high vibration. The only higher vibration than joy is love. The two are like this, okay? Joy. Bring joy into your life. Do things that make you happy. Make yourself a great big pot of borscht and just gobble it down and share it with your neighbors, and don't forget the sour cream. Do things that make you happy. If you like to cook, cook. If you like to knit, knit. If you like to dance, dance. Go out and walk in nature. That is an instant boost to your vibration. Just to go out and smell the earth and look at the trees and watch the birdies flying around and listen to them screaming at each other. Because here in BC, it's springtime, so they're all going, pick me, pick me. making nests. And the trees are all budding, which is just beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, it has nothing to do with your past life. You need to raise your vibration. You need to sing and dance and move your body, and get out and connect with nature, and do whatever makes you happy. That's how to get unstuck, is to connect with your own heart. The reason you're feeling stuck is because you're not connected to yourself, to your heart, to yourself. And how to connect with yourself is by doing things that make you happy, bringing joy to you. Oh, Moira, yeah, of course human mods are better than bot mods, but I'm not, Nightbot isn't to replace mods. Nightbot is just to help me keep track of chat and the questions, because otherwise I'd need like a second person to drive all that. Oh, Leah sent me a PayPal, but her question disappeared. Leah, retype it, please. I can't find it at this point. And if you will just retype it, never mind the join, never mind all of that. I'll just keep an eye out for it. And I will, let's see. And I will answer it, okay? I'll star it and I'll answer it. And I'll stay on until it's answered, okay, Leah? I'm so sorry. Okay, so the queue is empty. Yay. So, well, Leah, you're next. Don't run. Just answer me your question, or ask me your question. Answer me your question. Yeah, sure. Ask me your question. Maybe I need something to drink. So I had a package of crackers here all ready for Wanda. And all she's done is, did Leah leave already? Okay, Addie, post your question. It's only 5 after 4. I got time. Like, I won't get exhausted for at least like another half hour. So Addie and Leah, post your questions. Never mind the bot. Never mind Nightbot. Just post your questions any old way you want. And now, yeah, but I can't see it. Okay. So retype it, please, is what I'm asking. I can't find it. It doesn't go up far enough. Okay, so Addie, I'm not looking at this in YouTube. So Leah had a question about a business in this lifetime. Okay. Did you want did you want to know if you should start a business, or you have a business that you started? Norma, I'm sorry, but questions are closed. We started at 3:00. We'll be on again next week. And in the meantime, on Mondays and Tuesdays, Dragonfly Crystals has a show on Monday and a show on Tuesday with several Akashic Records readers. Okay, so Addie, I've got you starred. And Leah, if you can give me a few more details, I'll answer Addie's question, but if you, Leah, could give me a few more details, just be a little more precise about your question, because the quality of your, no, I just see that you have a question about a business in this world. Okay, well, we'll go with that. So Addie, you're starred, you're next, and then it's goodbye for another week. A question about a business in this lifetime. Not a lot of detail there. You're welcome, Moira. I love you guys. You know, I can really feel your energy. You're so supportive. You guys are wonderful. If you have a dream that makes you joyful, if you had a dream of doing something that makes you joyful, then you need to do it. You need to put yourself into what you love and follow what you love and follow what brings you joy. If you can set it up so that it brings you a living, your life is perfect. No, it's not perfect, but it has much more joy than it would otherwise. Find something that you love, find something that brings you joy, find something that makes life meaningful. Set it up, if you can, set it up to bring you a living. You will find that deeply rewarding and deeply satisfying. Deeply rewarding. Yeah. I hope. Oh, Leah, aren't you wonderful? Oh, she wants to feed the poor and the homeless. Oh, I don't know how you could set that up as a business, honey, but man, you have my 100% support if you want to do that. Oh, there goes Gerald again. And here's Addie's question. What are my abilities on me being a healer? Well, okay, this isn't the masters. This is just me from what I've learned and from what I've observed. We are all healers. We all have the ability to heal. This is absolutely true. Anybody can go do Reiki or, I don't know, quantum healing. I'm familiar with Reiki. I haven't done quantum QHHT, quantum healing hypnotherapy, I think it is. I've done Reiki. I have my second level Reiki. I think Reiki is wonderful, so I always talk it up. It is absolutely within your capacity, every single one of you, if you want to, if it brings you joy, even if you're just interested, because it's a good thing to know. Go do that. Learn how. It's easy. It's a weekend. It's yeah, Addie, you absolutely can be a healer just learning Reiki. You learn how to manipulate energy, how to work with energy, how to use energy, how to make energy heal, like how to work with energy to heal yourself. You can use it on yourself as well as on other people. Energy healing is really important. The masters have said this many times, that the ability to heal, the ability to use energy to heal is really important now and will become more important as time goes on, as we go through this whole process of, ascension that is making us all crazy and sleepless. I hope that helps. Addie, go do it. I don't even have to check with the masters, okay? Just go do it. Oh, yes, please like, subscribe. Oh, yeah, Moira, I'm pretty sure that might have been one of the budgies. I'll check after, because I'm always interested in orbs. I hardly ever get them. I'll have to go back and watch again, Moira. Thanks for bringing it up. So Addie, I hope that helps. Go learn Reiki. Go learn any method of energy healing, but Reiki is probably the most accessible in North America, and I'm assuming that you're in North America. Reiki is probably the easiest method for people to access, because so many people know how to do it and so many people are teachers and so on and so forth. So yeah, so we'll see. I guess that's it. It's 4:15. That's amazing. Like, and to my right, Tarot Magician. Hi, Renee. I'm just closing up. And I want to report that Nightbot behaved itself. Norma wants to know, what are the date schedules and how much does it cost? For what? Are we having a conversation here that I missed? Oh, Diane says, there are businesses that do buy one, give one to others, or give parts of profits. There you go. Ooh, parts of profits to others. Well, yes, now there's a way of doing it, is to start a business so that you can donate, part of your profits. You have to pay yourself to do that business, and what's left over after your expenses, including paying yourself. Okay, because otherwise, if you're not paying yourself, it's not a living for you and it's not sustainable. So then donate part of your profits to a shelter or to a soup kitchen or something like that. That's thank you, Diane. That's excellent advice. Norma wants to know the date schedules and how much does it cost. I don't know what you're asking. I'm on every Thursday. I've changed the time to 3:00 PST Pacific time, 6:00 Eastern time every Thursday. And it doesn't cost anything. You just have to type exclamation mark join to make Nightbot happy and make me happy. How much does it cost for an Akashic reading of past life? If you're on here, it doesn't cost you anything. If you want a private reading, I do it. I've been doing it by donation through PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, I can't help you. Don't ask me to figure out how you're going to pay me, because I don't know. Canada doesn't have Venmo or Zelle. They don't work in Canada. They're just not here. They don't work. So it's either Interact, e-transfer, or PayPal. And if your bank doesn't use Interact, or if you don't have PayPal, sorry, I don't have credit card. I don't have a credit card reader. I'm way too small, okay, to do that. And it's by donation. So Norma, you can contact me if you want to book a reading. And we'll work out a date. I do it over Zoom, and I will send you the recording, like the Zoom recording of your reading, so you can refer to it, so you can see it. Yeah. Oh, is Annie Tsukino here? Annie, I didn't see you come in. And that reading, by the way, isn't just your past life. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Love you all so much. Love being with you. This has been so much fun. You had such great questions. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week with Gerald. Oh my God, that's going to be so much fun. Because you think I'm crazy. He's like a whole other level crazier. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night.